Hey there, it's Amy, and welcome to RhythOM Flow. I hope everyone's Monday is great. Um, so, I had some requests for some balance, which is exciting because balance is very challenging. So, today we're going to really step out of our comfort zone and use our breath, our drishti, and try our very best to balance. So you're going to need at least one block. Use two if you have it. If you have something else that you can use comparable to a block, use that, maybe the edge of a couch, whatever you need. So at least have one or two blocks ready. We'll place that down in front of you. We're going to begin in wide leg child's pose. So come towards the back of the mat. Bring the toes together, knees out to the edges of the mat. Gently press back onto the heels. Walk the hands forward, and you can lower the forehead down to the mat, or maybe just rest onto the forearms or all the way onto a block. Forehead onto a block. Allow the eyes to close. Slow and steady breath in and out through the nose. This asana is available to you throughout our entire practice, listening to what our body needs, not what we think it needs. Wide leg child's pose allows that lower back to release. When we have a nice tense back, or a very tense back, you can drop down into wide leg child's pose. It relieves that tension down in the lower back. One more breath here. On your inhale, slowly rise up, coming into a tabletop. Stacking hips over knees, tops of the feet connected to the mat. Stack the shoulders over your wrist, spreading the fingers really wide. Nice long back. Gaze is about a foot in front of your hands, keeping the spine neutral. We're going to go through some cat and cow. Take a deep breath in, lower the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. And on your exhale, really press the hands down, round the back, chin to chest. Again, big arch. Allow the heart to lift with the gaze. And exhale, navel to the spine, chin to chest. One more big dip with the belly. And exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Coming to a neutral spine, I want you to tuck your left toes and extend that right leg back. Foot is flexed, toes pointing down to the mat. Really draw the belly in, trying to get that back leg or the leg lifted parallel to the mat. Our toes are tucked. So now I want you to lift your hips, come into three-legged dog. Look at those toes. They're pointing out to the side, point them down. Reach the heel up into the wall behind you. Look back to the hands. Shift forward very gently and with control. Bring that knee back to the mat. Keeping the toes tucked, bend that right leg. Reach the left hand back. Take a hold of the ankle or maybe just the foot. Look forward. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, press the foot into the hand, opening that shoulder. With control, release the foot, bringing the hand and the knee back to the mat. Untuck the left toes and tuck your right, extending that left foot back. The leg extending back is very strong, keeping the belly drawing in. Three-legged dog, lift the hips, look to the toes. Look back to the hand, shift forward with control, lower that knee back to the mat. Keeping the toes tucked, bend the knee, reach back, take a hold of the foot or ankle, keeping the gaze looking forward. Big breath in, and exhale, press the foot to the hand. Inhale, and exhale with control. Release, bringing the hand and the knee back to the mat. Toes tucked, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Bring some movement to the body, pedal it out, move the hips side to side. Maybe stretch out those toes. Gently drawing the chest and the belly in towards the thighs. Look at the knees or maybe all the way up to the navel. Heels reach down, hips reach up. Create a little extra length in the back of the legs. Look at your hands. Walk your feet to the top of the mat, bringing your feet hip distance. Toes slightly in, creating some paralleling from the Make the edges of your feet parallel to the edges of your mat. On your inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Looking up at the horizon, hands can be on the mat or maybe coming up to the shin, look forward. And exhale, ragdoll, take opposite elbows. Option to bend in the knees if you need. Let the head hang down, moving side to side, little bounces up and down. Using your breath, allow the body to soften with each exhale. One more breath. Release your elbows. Inhale, look up for a flat back. Exhale, fold. Release your head last. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Maybe those palms connect. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Close your eyes. Shake it out. Shake out the hands, the shoulders. Bring some movement to the neck. When you are ready in your stillness, become aware of the breath. The breath gently moves in through the nose all the way down to the belly. And exhale from the belly all the way out through the nose. Bring some constriction into the back of the throat, creating that ocean wave sound for Ujjayi. Big breath in. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze them up tight. And exhale, roll them back and down, palms face forward. Take another big cleansing breath in. Draw the navel into the spine. Reach the crown of the head to the sky. Stand tall. And exhale, let that breath go. One more breath in. And empty. Open your eyes. On your inhale, salute. Sweep those arms up overhead, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Release your head last. Inhale, look up and lengthen, gaze rises last. Exhale, hands down, step or jump into a plank. Bring the elbows in, lower to a hover. Inhale, come up onto the tops of the feet. Thighs up off the mat, point the toes, look up. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, reach that right leg up high, bend your knees, stack your hips. Right foot is flexed, knee reaching up to the sky. Inhale, lift that knee a little higher. Exhale, foot between the hands, knee stacks on top of that ankle, wiggling that back foot back if you need, making that heel reach up to the sky. Look forward, rise, high lunge. Thighs draw together. Back leg is nice and strong. Standing up tall out of the hips. Very gently connect the back knee and the top of the foot. Low lunge. Cactus arms. So palms face forward, really spread the fingers wide. Reach the elbows back behind you, bending them. Look up. Allow that chest and heart to open. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, rising up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg high, bend the knees, stack your hips. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, foot between the hand, finding that foot spacing that you need. Knee stacking. Look forward, rise. Create some space between the shoulders and the ears. Gaze looks up to the corner of the room. Gently connecting the back knee and the top of the foot. Hips lower down. So release the arms. You could reach back and take a hold of your hands, interlacing them, straightening the arms. If that's not available to you, you can bend the elbows. Reach and try to take a hold of both elbows. Hands reach back towards the heel. Shoulders draw together. Release. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at your hands. Walk or float your feet to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your side. Shake it out. Making a little adjustments that you need. Finding that stillness back into mountain pose. Standing tall and strong from the base of the mountain all the way to the summit. Inhale and exhale, empty the breath. Sigh it out. 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, empty. 1 more time. Big breath in. And let that breath go. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe bend back. Exhale, Uttanasana, forehead to the shins. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look up, flat back. Exhale, hands down. Step or jump back to a plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders press back. Exhale, downward facing dog. So come into a little bit of a longer dog. So add a little bit of extra space between your feet. Doesn't have to be a lot, and if the heels come up, that's okay. Just maybe a couple of inches. On your inhale, reach that right leg up high, bend your knees, stack your hips. We're gonna flip over for Wild Thing. So option to stay here, or bring that right foot over to the floor. Reach the arm so that the gaze follows the fingertips out. Being mindful to not sink into that left shoulder. Here, we're gonna move into side plank. So look down at that left hand. Come onto the outside of your right foot. Bring the right hand to the hip. You can keep the toes back here for some balance. Option 2, stack your feet. You can stagger your feet, whatever is best for you. If your feet are stacked, I want your toes to connect and lift that right heel up so that they're separated. Maybe that right arm stacks up over the left. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Bring the right hand down. Big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet back a little bit again, finding that space. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend and stack. With control, option to flip over Wild Thing. Side plank. Look at that right hand. Left hand moves to the hip. Keep the core engaged. Come onto the outside of that right foot. Foot placement of your choice. Use the rest of the hand all the way up to the tips of the fingers. Breathe. Left hand comes down. Big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Look at the hands. Walk or float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold, release your head. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Reach and salute. Exhale, Samastiti, hands to your side. Shake it out. Take a drink if you need. Okay, a little bit of balancing. Bring that block out in front of you. It can be long ways or it can be up. If you would like to have two, feel free to have two. Okay, we're gonna incorporate some Shiva squats, which is why we have our block in front of us. So we're gonna start out in Vrksasana, tree pose. Bringing the hands to heart center, stand up tall, toes touch, some separation in the heels. Come onto your right foot. Left foot can come to very gently rest with the toes onto the floor against the ankle, or maybe very gently letting that foot touch the inside of the leg. If you would like to go all the way up, you can take that foot all the way up to the top of the thigh. If you are having your foot at the top of the thigh, that is great, but very mindful to not push that foot in so far that that hip moves over to the right. So stand up really tall. Find one spot to focus on. This is your spot. This is called drishti. This is where we're going to help keep our balance. You'd be surprised, the moment you move your gaze, you'll fall. Use the toes. Very gently, bring that knee to center. Flex your foot. Bring the hands around the knee. Hold it here. Right leg's probably burning for just a moment. That's okay. We're going to give it some relief in just a moment. Bring the hands back to the hips. Point your toes. Bend the knee. Shift forward. Bring the hands down to the block or whatever you are using to hold on. Left foot reaches back behind you. Hold it here. Okay, coming into some Shiva squats. We're only gonna do 3. So look forward. It's about, a foot in front of your hands, keeping the spine long. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, begin to bend that right knee. Place that left knee behind the right. Point those toes. Begin to lower down. Squeeze the thighs. Inhale. Reach the leg back. Straighten the right leg. And exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale. Straighten. Reach that left leg back. Exhale. Squat. Inhale, straighten. This time, the left foot flexes. Flexes, yes. Begin to bend the right knee. Reach that left foot back to the floor. Bring both hands above the knee, lowering that back knee and foot down for a low lunge. Okay, bring the hands back to the block or whatever you have to hold on to. Tuck the back toes, sweep that left foot back up. Foot is flexed. Look forward. Begin to draw that knee in. Right knee is going to bend a little bit. Look forward. Hands to the hips. Slowly rise up. Knee in front. Hold it here. Hook those peace fingers around your big toe, or use a strap to go around the ball of the foot. Straighten that left leg out. Lock your gaze. I moved mine, see? All right. Bring that foot in. Flip it around. Take a hold of the inside of that left foot. Right arm reaches out. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Press the foot into the hand. With control, slowly rise up. Release that left foot down. Shake that right leg out. Whew. Coming back to mountain pose. Vrksasana, hands at heart center. Come onto your left foot. Lock your gaze. Foot placement of your choice. That right knee is going to really draw out to the side, standing up tall out of the hips. All four corners of that left foot pressing down. Bring the knee to center. Take the hands, place it around the knee, standing up tall. Release the knee. Slowly shift forward, bringing the hands down to a block. Point those toes back. There's going to be a slight bend in that left leg to protect that knee. You can keep your hands on the block. If you would like to do your Shivas with the hands at heart center, feel free to do so. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly bend that left knee, lower down. Inhale, straighten, reach the toes back. Exhale, bend, lower down. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend and lower. And your inhale, straighten, flex your foot. Very gently, connect that back knee and the top of the foot. Place the hands above the knee, lowering the hips down to a low lunge. Breathe into the hips. Shift forward, tuck the toes, bring the hands back to whatever's in front of you to hold. Bring that right foot up. Foot is flexed. Begin to bend that left knee, draw that right knee in. Look forward. Hands to the hips, slowly rise up. Peace fingers around the big toe, or strap around the ball of the foot, extending that leg out. With control, release, bring that foot back behind you. Left arm reaches out, take a deep breath, and exhale, press the foot to the hand. With control, slowly release and rise up. Shake that left foot out. Coming back into mountain pose. Stand up tall, palms face forward. On your inhale, sweep those arms up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Release your head last. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look up and lengthen. Exhale, hands down, separate jump back to a plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the hands, walk or float to a seat. Whew. Extend those legs out. Shake it out. Rock side to side until those sit bones are rooted into the mat. Take a hold of the side of the legs or the sides of the feet, setting up for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Reach the toes towards you. Take a deep breath in, look up, and exhale. Begin to move the heart to the toes. Fold. Release your head. Breathe. Lift your gaze. Inhale. Slowly rise up. Setting up for Navasana, boat pose. So I want you to sit up tall. Place the hands right behind the knees. They're just there to give some support. Do not hold on to shift the torso back. Look forward, one shin at a time. Bring them parallel to the mat. Anytime you start to feel that back sink and you lose that strength, I want you to stop, reconnect, and begin again. Belly is strong, pelvic floor is engaged, all the way up, heart lifts. Navasana. Bring your arms out. We're just gonna twist. So take a deep breath in and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, center, last one. Exhale to the right. Squeeze the knees together. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, lower, just your lower back. Bring your feet right above the mat to a hover. Look out at the toes, or look out at the knees. Hold it here, shoulder blades lifted. I know, everything's shaking, I get it. Maybe reach those legs out and point the toes. Bring the hands next to the hips, palms facing down. 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release the feet to the mat, release the head, sway the knees side to side. Okay, bring the knees into the chest, setting up for happy baby. So the soles of the feet point to the sky, feet are flexed. If reaching the feet is not available to you, that's okay. You can use a strap around the feet or a belt if you need. Gently draw the knees down towards the mat, tuck the chin so that the spine remains nice and long. Option to do a few rocks side to side. Slow, steady breath. With control, release the feet. Keep the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Do some rocks side to side, maybe from hips to shoulders, finding any areas of the body or in the back where you need a little extra love. Okay. I want you to take your block or whatever you have that you were using for some support and lower down. We're going to come into bridge pose, and I want you to take that block, place it between your knees. Doesn't matter if it's long or short, whatever is good for you. Feet hip distance. Reach back and touch your heels. That means they're close enough. Place the hands next to the hips, palms facing down. On your inhale, lift those hips, squeeze the knees onto that block, maybe come onto the shoulders a little bit more. Maybe those hands interlace behind you, pressing down to the mat. Squeeze. Just a few more breaths. Pelvic floor is engaged. The glutes are squeezed, squeezing tight. If your hands are interlaced, I want you to release them, place them down back to the mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly lower all the way down. Release that block. Sway the knees side to side. Knees back to the chest. Arms reach out beside you, palms facing down. Shoulders are grounded. Close the eyes. Eyes remain closed the remainder of the class. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, move the chin to the right, knees to your left. Making any modification here that you need, you can take that left hand and gently draw the knees down, maybe cross the knees. Allowing that body to twist, wring out the organs, letting go. On your inhale, bring the chin and the knees back to center. And exhale, chin to the left, knees to the right. On your inhale, begin to unravel. Bring the chin and the knees back to center. Wrap your arms all the way around the shins. Curl up into a little ball. Draw the forehead to the knees. Take a deep breath. Squeeze everything together really tight. And exhale very slowly. Begin to let go. Walking the legs out to the top of the mat. Get some space between your feet. Allow the toes to fall out to the side. Make any last minute adjustments and wiggles that you need to find what is comfortable for you in Shavasana. Bring your right hand to your chest. Left hand moves to the belly. Acknowledge that beautiful rhythm that the breath creates in the body. Feeling the breath move from the nose into the throat, into the chest, and all the way down to the bottom of the belly. Exhale, let that go. Breath in. Breath out. One more big breath. Feel that expansion in the torso. And empty, release the breath. Release the arms out beside you, palms facing up. Relaxing that space between your brows. Relax your jaw. Unseal your lips and release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Allow the body to become very heavy. Take one more big breath in. And as you let that breath go, release into your mat. Shavasana. Begin to take a long, slow breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, breath in, and a very mindful breath out. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. circle, wrist and ankle. Bring the feet together, reach your arms up over your head, interlace your hands and point your toes. Take a deep breath, stretch like you just woke up this morning. And exhale, begin to release. Draw the knees into your chest. Wrap the arms, rock side to side. And when you are ready, gently rest over onto your right side, cradle your head into your arm. Last few moments of stillness. Keep your eyes closed. Take your time. Begin to make your way to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Sitting up tall, shifting the torso back so that the shoulders are stacked directly over the hips, and place the hands at heart center. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, bow your head, chin to chest. Thank you for allowing me to share my practice with you today. Hope you have a beautiful week. Namaste.